Hey everyone, my name is Maddie, and it is yet again that time where I sit down and share some of the really cool things that we've been up to at Harmonic over the last month. If there is one thing that has remained true, it is that employees are using AI faster and more creatively than they ever have before. They are bouncing between tools, they are switching in between different accounts, and they are uploading all kinds of data, and they're not waiting around for security teams to catch up. This month, you'll notice as we walk through the features that have been released, a lot of them are really focused around helping you keep up with that pace of adoption, with more coverage, smarter controls, and better context. Now, I think it only makes sense that we kick off this month's roundup talking about coverage. As I mentioned, we know that employees are engaging with AI tools more frequently, and it's not exclusively those big name chat apps. It is dozens and, based on your organization, sometimes hundreds of AI tools. People hear about something in a Slack channel, they try a cool new Chrome extension they've seen, or they sign up for a tool in a newsletter they're subscribed to. And suddenly, this tool that was just something to sign up for is part of a user's day-to-day workflow. This experimentation is really great for productivity, but it can often make setting controls a little bit tricky because of that quick rate of adoption. With this month's release, we've expanded our data protection coverage to 30 times more applications than before, covering a much broader range of AI tools, including those that are newer to the market, lesser known, and potentially higher risk, that are quickly sort of making their way into enterprise environments. In addition to the coverage of additional apps, we've also expanded what we can protect in the browser. Here's the reality. People are uploading sensitive content into AI and AI-enabled tools every single day. And it's not just prompts. This also includes documents. Things like spreadsheets with very sensitive financial information, PDFs of customer contracts, or sometimes text files with source codes and access keys. And it's not always done intentionally or with malicious intent. Sometimes it's just the quickest way to rewrite a document or run an analysis. With this month's release, Harmonic can detect sensitive data across all key file types, and we can identify that sensitive data in real time. What that means for you as a user is visibility into things that might fly completely under the radar otherwise. Something like somebody uploading a customer contact list ahead of an upcoming marketing event to pre-can some content. Regardless of whether it's financial, technical, or personal data, we want to make sure that it is able to be protected and does not slip through unnoticed. Another key area that we're focused on is personal account usage. We know employees are often switching between their work and their personal accounts without even thinking twice about it. And that can create a level of risk, especially if sensitive data is being shared in an unsanctioned or unsafe application. Now, for those of you who have watched previous videos, you might recall that in a previous monthly roundup, we released the ability to detect the account a user was logged in with at the time an alert fired. With this month's release, you can now set different outcomes based on the account a user is interacting with. So let's say, for example, I want to create a new scenario for allowed AI tools. We'll say that my organization has purchased a ChatGPT enterprise license, and in that instance, I am okay with sensitive data going there because of the heightened security controls. I'll create a scenario called Allowed AI Tools, where all employees in ChatGPT Enterprise, when using a Harmonic security domain, find sensitive data. I want to do nothing. Now, similar to other scenarios, you can choose to monitor. This is really helpful in the case where you maybe want to understand use cases around sensitive data. Maybe your employees continue to upload things like access keys, and you want to understand, is this tool meeting the need? You can also choose to warn or block, though very frequently we see customers that have made the investment opt to do nothing. And our final release for this month is adding app plans to webhook events. This means that when an alert fires, your team can understand whether the app being used was leveraging a free version of the application or a paid tier. This extra context helps prioritize alerts that carry more risk, and for those customers that leverage webhooks for automation, this can help you automate how you respond and what actions are taken. And that brings us to the end of this month's wrap up. As always, we'd love to hear what's working for you and what you would like to see next time. I look forward to seeing you in next month's wrap up.